So I believe you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
All right. So I just want to quickly set up another account just for us to verify some of the things we are going to work with, like setting up the online shopping page. I don't want to tamper with any of the thing we have already started working on. So I want to quickly run the new installation. Now there are some things I want to point out here, which are just for the purpose of another theme builder that I want to use, which is Elementor. You know, all this while we have been using page layer, and I told us then that it is not only page layer you can actually use to design your WordPress theme contents. You can actually use other version, and the page layer is not even the most used, but it happens to be the basic. Most time it comes with the WordPress installation as a default, and it has most of its building elements like the widgets are free compared to Elementor. And for the fact that Elementor is widely known, that is why most of its features are paid version. That is the reason why most time when we are learning, we start with the page layer so that we will not have to face the challenge of buying plugins before we can integrate certain functions into our website. But I'm going to show us how you can do a kind of cheating. That is, you bypass without paying for the pro, you end up using some of the Elementor pro features. So I have logged into my C panel, which I have already taught us before now. And then I've also went to or gone to the software section of my C panel, where I should access the Subtaculous, which is the WordPress marketer in C panel. So just to recap, in case you have forgotten some of these steps, so I'm installing another WordPress account under this particular website hosting file. Now this is the name, and this is my site description as digital product selling. Right? So the password is strong, and then now because I want to install an external page builder, which is the Elementor, I am not going to install. I am not going to install any of the theme. I'm not going to install any of the theme like we did the other time. So I will show us how you can actually set up your WordPress before installing the theme. So what we learned the other time was like taking advantage of the setting up process with the help of this AI assistant onboarding. We are able to install the theme alongside. What I'm going to deactivate is that I don't need it, and I'm going to manually install my theme. So one of the reasons why I'm teaching us this way is that I told us that this very one we are using to learn is a free version of WordPress, which is the one that is given to you just by hosting with any of the hosting company. Now, when you start collecting job, if you take your learning further, you might not be able to use some of this free version based on the demand of the client, the set of features he or she wants you to incorporate in the website. So that might lead to buying an advanced theme. All these ones we are learning with are considered to be basic WordPress theme, which are offered to us free for us to master it, and then we can now place order to buy the license fee. So they are the license theme rather, because there are certain plugins that whenever you want to install them, they will ask for a license theme. Okay, so I turn this off because I don't want it. Then let's see, I also want to turn this off. This is the page layer. Since we are using Elementor, I will turn it off. That is, I don't want it to install page layer automatically. So once I'm done installing my WordPress theme, I am going to go through plugin to incorporate the Elementor as my page builder. So I'll check other things. If I need them, I leave them unchecked, or leave them unchecked rather, or check. If I don't need them, I'll leave it the way it is. Then of course, I choose my language. So I can proceed from here. I can just specify the email account I would like WordPress or this particular installation details to be made to. So let me just use this. Then of course I click on install. All right, so my installation is completed. So the next thing is for me to walk into my WordPress admin dashboard, where I should be able to develop the entire website content. So I'm going in there. Let me remove some of this tab. So I won't have too many tabs open. Right, so I'm in my WordPress dashboard right now. So the next thing I'm going to check how does the default uh, page or the default website look like. So let me just visit the website, that is the front end, to see what it came with. So this is what you have, which is completely empty because we did not install theme while setting it up. So these are some of the things I want you to observe, because the one we set up the other time, we actually configure our theme in the process of the installation. So why I have to go this way is for you to know that you can choose not to install your theme in the process of installing your WordPress. So if that should be the case, it means the next thing we want to do right now is to install a theme. Don't forget what I told us about theme, that WordPress theme, they are like already made build websites that comes with content across the inherited pages. So all you need to do as a designer is to modify those content to match your content. So let's quickly install theme. So that will take us to how to install WordPress theme after the installation. So you simply go to appearance. From appearance, you navigate to theme. So I will have opened it in a new tab so that I don't lose this particular interface. So let me just quickly go back. So I still want to stay on this environment in case I want to navigate back. So I will just right click on that thing and select open new tab. Okay, so these are the theme that came with that installation, which are considered not to have any content. So what I'm going to do is to simply click on add theme. So I will just click on add theme. And then once I click on add theme, it will now show me a search box where I can actually search for any theme that I want to use. But at the moment, these are some default themes that came with the installation where you do not specify uh, by using that AI assistant onboarding. So anytime you install a WordPress theme or anytime you install WordPress, either offline or remote, that is the online, the one we are installing now, whether you specify you want to install theme or not, it will automatically install some theme for you. The only thing is that these themes does not have good content. Like we build it here, you can see that we don't even have navigation bar, not to talk of footer. So there is no already made content. So we cannot develop this for clients. So we have to add our theme. So from here, you view the ones you have already installed. So what I'm going to do is to search for the type of theme. So let's say I want Astra. Astra is one of the company that have most of the beautiful theme in WordPress. So there are a lot of Astra what theme you can actually install and easily customize with Elementor, which is the focus for this class. We are using Elementor. And that is the reason why we are choosing a template or a theme that supports Elementor. There are some themes that does not support Elementor. So that is why we have to be conscious of it. So if you are buying anything, they will specify in their documentation whether it actually supports Elementor or not. So you have to be mindful of that when you are buying theme. Okay, so um, here, let's say I want to develop this theme. Let me check this one. Okay, I just need one that is very simple and not too difficult. So at least we have different themes we can develop here. I will just choose one without wasting time, since it's just for practice. So all these ones we are starting. Okay, so let me preview one of them just to see how it look like before I proceed with the installation. So you can see it. All right, so we can actually go with this since it's just for learning. So once you have reviewed it, you can now select what install. Then of course, after the installation, you activate. So let's give you some time to complete the installation. All right. So now I go on with my activation. Okay, so we have successfully installed the theme. So the next thing is for us to check that front end we checked the other time. Remember the last time we checked our front end, this is what we got. Now that we have installed theme, I want to find out if that theme is actually, or that theme has actually replaced this particular one. So I will just refresh it. So once you are done installing your theme, please, there is need for you to find out whether you have successfully installed the theme. Okay, so The best way we will know if we have actually installed the theme is that we will check what we have here. Was it the theme we installed? I think this is one we installed. So let me try. Once you go to appearance, remember the other time when we went to appearance, the only item we had here were just theme and this very one. So all these ones are now added, which means that you have installed theme. So the only thing you are seeing here right now is that you have not you have not created your navigation bar. So let me run it again. So if I come to this and then check it again. Okay, so we have this. So it is now left for us to start adding our pages. So it is only displaying the sample page. So once we add our home page, the about us page, and the rest pages, we will start viewing the contents. So that will now take us to part of what we have done before, because I just want to quickly run through it as if we are starting all over, only that the speed of this aspect of revision will be very high. So once I get to the shop building, I will now go with the normal speeds. So everything I'm doing now is part of what we have done before. So now I have confirmed that my theme is installed. So the next thing I'm going to do is, for me, I think I need to take off this. This is the environment when I have not installed my theme. All right. Do we have any question before I proceed as regards to everything I have done so far? Any question?
I started late, so I really don't understand.
No, there is nothing to confuse you. We have not done anything different from what we have learned before. I started by creating another account. That is where you met us. So don't feel as if
Okay.
you are behind. We have not done anything. I started by setting up another account, which you have already known before now. Everything I have been talking since, there are things we have already done. The only thing is that,
Okay.
which is
You
the
added
team.
added team.
Yes. Okay. All right. So now I want to proceed to adding of our pages, because you can see that on our navigation bar, we don't have our pages. And if you go to the footer, we don't also have the pages. So what I am going to do is to add the pages by going to my WordPress dashboard. Then from my WordPress dashboard, I will go to menus. I believe these are things we have done before. I'll go to menu. So from menu, it's asking me to log in. What is the password that? So let's say pass 20. Hope I remember this.